G'day everyone, welcome back to the Jaded Weeb channel. I'm just here to give a quick, immediate post-mortem thoughts on my most recent trip to Japan, and also maybe a little bit of a sneak peek into some of the content you can expect over the next coming weeks. I drove around Tokyo and a little bit outside of Tokyo as well, around Hakone and Nikko. Did a little bit of traveling around on the Shinkansen as well. And generally throughout my time in Japan, it's pretty much the same as before. Obviously, there's a lot more emphasis on COVID protocols, so everyone is wearing a mask. If you do not come to Japan without any masks, I'm afraid you're gonna be looked at quite a bit oddly. You're not gonna fit in very well. So I would suggest finding masks that fit very well, because you're gonna need a lot of them. But otherwise, apart from that, everything's pretty much normal. You know, wash your hands. Social distancing is kind of there, kind of not, depending on what setting you're in. But otherwise, apart from that, Japan's back to normal, honestly. While I was in sort of the more countryside aspects of Japan, so Nikko, Hakone, there were less foreigners. There was still some foreigners around that, you know, I could clearly see were on holiday. Some backpackers, that kind of thing. So you know, people have started coming back. Tokyo awash with, you know, the general tourists, that kind of thing. So if you've been thinking about going back to Japan but you aren't sure or anything like that, look, it's going to be the same everywhere. You're just going to need to be careful, make sure you have masks, but otherwise, apart from that, Japan is, you know, pretty much back open for business. In terms of, you know, content going up on the channel, you'll see some of these some of the bits of footage that I managed to get while I was over there. I have a few long form driving videos actually coming up fairly shortly, because those are the easiest to put together. It's literally just a drive through of Tokyo Bay. As you can see here, this is Umi Hotaru, which is a parking area. So there's a drive-through of Tokyo Bay in there. There'll also be bits and pieces of a drive-through Nikko on the Irohazaka winding road, which is famous from Initial D, at least the way I think of it. And here you'll see a festival that I managed to catch in Asakusa in November called the Tori no Ichi or Matsuri, which was pretty fun, and there'll be, you know, some content on that as well. In general, I think if you want to go to Japan, now's as good a time as any. People are already going back. Everyone's flocking back. So if you already planned it, if you have plane tickets already done up, you know, make sure that you still follow the rules, as those are always changing. But I think Japan's ready to welcome people with open arms. And I will see you in the upcoming content. I think I have already one lined up. There should be a premiere lined up within the next couple days for the Tokyo Bay drive-through. And eventually I'll get some more edited content out to you about traveling in Japan and things like that. So look forward to that. But until then, I'll see you next time. Ciao.